Right, taking a full look at weather here at home, Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca.
Well, fitting for the snowy scenes, here are some cold temperatures to share with you tonight. It is not warm. We're in the 40s for the most part, even some spots in the 30s late this evening. And temperatures will be the main story over the next couple of days as we dry out a little bit here across the Central Coast. And we've earned a couple of dry days. I know we're in a drought, but we've earned a couple of dry days, so just enjoy them. Temperatures tonight, overnight, expected to get even into the 30s for coastal cities. So yeah, bundle up overnight. May see a little frost at the coast, but not much. Mostly in just very low sheltered areas. You're more likely to see that frost in our inland valleys overnight. We do still have some remnant clouds out there, mostly hugging the north and west facing slopes of some of our mountain ranges as the northwesterly flow continues to push moist air in. The area isn't super dry tonight, and that is why I think we're going to see some fog develop in the valleys, even though we're going to see some cold temperatures tonight. So not quite a cold, crisp, dry night, but still kind of a damp, cold night, which actually can feel colder to you if you're outside. That moisture does a pretty good job of moving heat around from your, or you just feel that cold moisture on you. It's not fun. It's making me cold just thinking about it. Either way, low pressure sitting here across the Great Basin. This is just kind of the parent storm system. It's moving its way out. By the way, severe weather expected across the Central Plains. Look at this lightning. It's December in eastern Colorado and western Kansas tonight, and they're getting a thunderstorm outbreak there on the plains. Usually that's, March, well, April, June. The one in between those two, May, that one, you've probably heard of that month. That's a fun one. A lot of people get married in the spring in May. Well, I didn't, but either way, some people do. Low pressure is moving this way, though, away from us. High pressure, we're getting distracted here. High pressure just offshore is going to try and work its way through here over the next couple of days, but it just kind of gets squished to the south a little bit. Either way, it's going to keep conditions dry. We've been watching this weather system out here. You see this glump of rain. Some of the models were bringing that in here on Friday initially. Well, now we're on Friday on this model. We're not seeing anything locally here. And it looks like it's going to kind of pass to the south of us uneventfully, but there's still slight chance of some precipitation this weekend, but there's a lot of uncertainty before that actually happens. So in the meantime, dry conditions expected at the very least through Friday, I expect. Maybe this weekend we'll see some precipitation, but I'm not expecting a big storm. If anything, it will be light. And at the moment, I don't even have any precipitation in my 7-day forecast, spoiler alert. Futurecast is going to show some of these clouds hanging around overnight, but a general decrease in these clouds. I still think we'll have a few of them by tomorrow morning, even though the model's not showing that. And as I mentioned, some fog is possible in our valley bottoms. So we have quite a bit of moisture in the soil right now, after certainly not for a long time. So this moisture is still going to be sticking around and hugging those low areas, and with cold air arriving, I think it's going to get a little foggy overnight in some areas, especially in low sheltered locations. Tomorrow, though, lots of sunshine. The air mass is going to be cold and hard to warm up, and the days are still pretty short. In fact, we're getting close to the shortest day of the year. It's only about a week away, so get excited for that. These nights, also very long, as that kind of works out. Let's talk about some temperatures overnight tonight in the Santa Cruz Mountains, getting down to the low 30s in some cases, and then down on the coast, upper 30s in Santa Cruz. Highs back in the low to mid 50s tomorrow. We're going to stay in the 40s above 1,000 feet in elevation up on the hillsides there. 54 your high in Castroville tomorrow. Watsonville, the same thing, mid 50s in Salinas, Hollister, 54 in Gilroy, Marina 53, lots of 30s when we wake up tomorrow morning. Over to the Monterey Peninsula and vicinity. Seaside at 53 tomorrow, 54 in Monterey, and lows in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees. And then farther south, we'll drop down into the 30s for most locations, and see highs topping out mostly in the low to mid 50s tomorrow. So a cool day across the Central Coast, and not a lot of warm weather in the forecast. We might get a little bit warmer by the end of the week, but our coastal temperature is looking chilly. In fact, I think Wednesday morning will be the coldest of the week, and most likely day for us to see any frost on the coast, although I don't expect it still to be super widespread, but certainly could see some. And then beyond that, it's just a slow warm up into the weekend and not much of one. We'll probably see an increase in clouds, and I've got watching 3 times there. This kind of looks like a slot machine. You got 4 cools and 3 watchings. If you got 7 of either of those, I'm sure you'd win a prize, but you missed by 3, so sorry about that. Inland areas, frosty over the next couple mornings, no doubt about it, under mostly sunny skies. A little bit warmer by the weekend, but not much. And we're watching, Veronica, for prizes and for rain.
The rain is a big prize around here.
That is true. Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.